Good afternoon, everyone. Stop if you heard this before. Storms are on the way. Yeah, we're in the midst of a rainy pattern. 2 days ago, it was southern portions of Wayne County and parts of Pike County. Yesterday and overnight, it was parts of Sullivan County. And then this morning, parts of the Wyoming Valley got heavy doses of rainfall. And we're in it once again. Now, I want to show you currently where those storms are, so we have a better picture about where they're going to be. So there's this big overall system here. It's a weak, low intensity front that is pushing in. Not a lot of cold air behind it, but it will be heading in later today. I'm going to point that out for you. This front right here, we'll have to wait for that to completely pass in order for us to clear out, and that will happen overnight tonight. I first want to recap about the rain that we've already seen so far this morning and yesterday as well. Parts of Luzerne County near Dallas, 6 inches of rain. Also some areas getting towards Wilkes-Barre getting 3 to 4 inches of rain. Scranton up towards Troop and Dunmore area about 2 to 3, and that was just this morning. Archbald 2 to 4 inches as well. And here's the overall picture about what happened just over the last 24 hours. I can search for some of you. Bloomsburg, you didn't get much over the last 24 hours. You've been a little lucky. Jim Thorpe, the same thing as well, about 2/10 of an inch. Wayne County, the area that got 5 to 6 inches of rain 2 days ago, only about 1/2 inch over the last 24 hours. And then north towards Susquehanna County, Hartford, 2 to 3 inches, and Honesdale, nearby Honesdale, a little bit more than other areas. But again, this is the recap over the last 24 hours. I want to break down the highest threats for today. The risk is now through 9 p.m. tonight. Tornadoes are going to be very unlikely today. Hail, and I had a caller a little bit earlier who asked about hail, very unlikely. High winds, localized high winds, and then flooding is probably going to be the highest threat of them all going on into later today. We're mostly in this green marginal area, the lowest risk of severe weather. And remember, if you encounter a flooded roadway, here are some tips. Here are some tips. I'm going to pull that up once again. Turn around, don't drown, and make sure to not drive through flooded roadways. Just 1 foot of flood water can float a vehicle. Okay, now let's break down currently what the risks are. I said the flooding is going to be the highest threat. There is a flood watch, and that extends all the way, believe it or not, south to Virginia, up towards Connecticut and Massachusetts. For us here in northeast Pennsylvania, our flooding threat lasts until 12 a.m. tonight, and then for central Pennsylvania, it extends also into 12 o'clock tonight. So here's that current view of everything that's going on. These storms are generally have a slight west-southwest to east-northeast jog. They're heading generally in this direction with some peaks of sunshine in between them. I'm going to zoom in to show you currently what's going on, and we'll kind of walk through it. Benton, you just cleared out a little bit. When I was on air an hour ago, it was raining for you, so it's been raining for about an hour. And then another cell looks like it's going to hit you very soon. Bloomsburg, just some light rainfall going on right now. Towards Berwick, this is a loop of the last 15 minutes, so not that long, but you're about to get in on some heavy rainfall, especially the east sides of the city. Nanticoke, you're in it here. You're going to be dry for the next 15 to 20 minutes, but this line will completely push in. I'm actually going to stop it so it's not looping all over the place. Springbrook, there's a lightning strike just about 3-4 miles from you, but you're about to see this heavy rainfall. Pittston, you are dry, and you should be dry for at least the next 30 to 40 minutes. And Wilkes-Barre, similar case. Actually, this little sprinkle just dissipated over you, so you may be seeing some little light sprinkles right now. For the Scranton Troop area, it's looking like the next hour or so is going to be fairly dry. Off towards Harvey Lake, numerous lightning strikes nearby you. It's going to start raining here, and I'd say the next 5 to 10 minutes is going to be heavy at times, so be aware of that. Anywhere you see these little icons right here, that the big cloud right here, this is just stronger updrafts where we may be seeing small itty-bitty pieces of hail, but I don't think that'll be too much of a threat. Again, blinding rainfall is definitely going to be a huge threat, so do not venture out in these downpours because there's certainly a lot of rainfall that is out and about. Montrose, you are dry right now, but expect rain, a Dimmock area, in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It'll be lightly to scattered over the next hour or so before heavy rainfall pushes through later today. And then for parts of Wyoming County, it's just south of Laceyville, is seeing a shower right here along 87. This should miss you, but I would head inside if you are, keep staying inside if you are out towards there. Factoryville, you're going to be dry for about the next hour or two, but then expecting a shower to push in. Lackawaxen, you're in a very, very heavy downpour right now, but you should be clearing out in 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's just light rainfall. But you were certainly getting a heavy round of rain just then. Stroudsburg, just some light rainfall. Mount Pocono, some light rainfall as well. In fact, actually, what I want to do is give me 1 second and take a live look at Tannersville. Yeah, this is a live look at Tannersville. People out enjoying. There's some puffy cumulus clouds out there. You got about another 2 hours of dry time if you're nearby that area, but certainly that heavy rainfall going to be pushing in later today. Thankfully, I got that to work because I was working on showing that a little bit earlier. Jim Thorpe, just a little cell that's now weakening past through the area. Pottsville, you are the lucky one right now, not really seeing that much rain, but this cell right here will start pushing through coming up in about an hour or so. So Tower City, Pottsville, about an hour or so, and there's a lot of rainfall on the backside of this. I'm going to circle it. Yeah, by Harrisburg, there's a lot of rainfall on the backside. It's going to be probably raining for about 2 to 3 hours after this, after it starts raining in about an hour or so. So I'm going to clear that out so it's not all too distracting. Clear everything out and then pause it. And I want to zoom in on Williamsport because I haven't mentioned you Williamsport, but I didn't forget about you. Let's. Oh yeah, you're seeing some heavy rainfall right now. The pockets of probably 1 inch to 2 inches per hour rainfall right now. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. This is Wilkes-Barre. I'm going to pull up actually Williamsport here, a live look to see if it's how much it's raining right now. Pull this up. Williamsport. Yes, definitely seeing that heavy rainfall going on right now. Yeah, so definitely want to stay inside. Lots of lightning going on across the area. So it is certainly one of those days where now if you do have some off time from work, let's chill in, watch a movie, and maybe wait for that grocery run a little bit later. Lock Haven, currently a little bit of a break from the heaviest rainfall. You were raining a little bit earlier, but Lock Haven, Jersey Shore, just some light rain. But towards Lamar, seeing heavy rain. Expect that band, that other shower, Lock Haven, to push through in about 10 to 15 minutes, and that'll last for a little bit as well. So that's, again, a loop over the last just 15 minutes of currently what's going on. So I'm going to zoom on out just to show you what's currently going on. Heavy rainfall passing through central PA, and eventually that'll head towards northeast Pennsylvania. And I'll give you the rough timing everywhere in just a second. But I want to show you a loop here. I'm going to see if this can work. Yeah, see, now it's really starting to pick up, and notice a little bit of dry weather on the west side of the state. So it's really all beginning to come together. The northern tier, you're a little bit dry right now, but expect that heavy rain to pass through coming up in just about an hour or two. I also want to zoom in on these temperatures right now. So Williamsport, you've got heavy rain, but now temperatures are about 10 degrees cooler than what they were 24 hours ago. There we go. I just want to save that so it's not all too white. So the temperatures right now, Scranton 81 degrees, Hartford 82, Mount Pocono 80. So we've reached the low and even mid 80s in some cases, even Hazleton 82. So that's where peaking out. After those showers push in, the temperatures will drop a little bit off into the 70s. So here's what it will look like later today. Roughly, this is just a model simulation, but it'll give you a good idea on timing. So there's the widely scattered activity right now. I'll put this in play to show you. So already by Williamsport, around 4 o'clock, that's when the area will start clearing. I'm going to show you a different tool right here. Here we go. I'll show you a different tool. So just at about 4 to 5 o'clock, Williamsport, even Lycoming County, towards Sullivan County, that's when you'll begin to clear. Again, we're watching that clearing line right there. And then for the Scranton area, things will begin to start clearing. And this model I do think is a little bit pushing out a little bit earlier than what I do think will actually happen. So the Scranton area down towards Wilkes-Barre and Pottsville, I do think by about 8 o'clock to about 9 o'clock, things will start to to clear out. So 8 to 9 for the Scranton area, and if you are towards the Poconos, closer to about 10, 11 o'clock, and then those clouds will eventually dissipate, some fog for the overnight. And then tomorrow, look at it, a beautiful sunny day in store, but highs, like we've been talking about, still warm in the upper 80s towards 90 degrees. So this, you're really gonna like all of this tomorrow, as we see a little bit of finally some drier weather. So it's gonna be fantastic, but again, a little bit warm. I'm gonna show you once again currently what it's looking like, the view across the area. Again, we are waiting for this low pressure system to clear out and this little last bit of energy to make us clear out. This is what we're looking at right here. Now, ahead of this, the front, obviously some showers and storms are forming, but once this cold front passes in, it'll sweep out all the moisture and you'll be able to enjoy tomorrow again, albeit it'll be a little bit warm. Currently a flood watch in effect, and now a flood warning that has just popped up just to the east of Williamsport, Hughesville, Benton. You're now under a flash flood warning. That includes Benton. It expires at 4:30 p.m. and parts of, I believe, Sullivan County are also included in this as well. I want to show you that before obviously we leave. That flash flood warning in effect. It does expire at 4:30. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot more of these start popping up. So yeah, Sullivan County, eastern, central, like Cumming County, and parts of Columbia County as well, seeing this. I took away the rainfall on this just to show you the boxes because it can get a little bit muddied. So before we go, I want to show you one last picture of everything that's going on. Lots of lightning. In fact, a tool that we can use is show you how many lightning strikes there are across the area. 116 strikes, and this is just over the last 15 minutes. So one of those things, you don't want to go outside and see the rain because lightning is obviously dangerous. So do not be going outside. Once you hear that thunder, it is time to get out of the pool, head inside, and watch our later shows for the latest updates. So again, flood watch is still in effect for a couple of our communities, and that will expire, well, many of our communities, until 12 to 2 in the morning. So I'm going to zoom in, and because another storm has now popped up over Springbrook. Yeah, Springbrook, this looks like a short downpour for you, about 5 to 10 minutes. Pittston, and then Scranton. The storms are generally moving in this direction. So Mount Cobb, this will probably hit you, but Scranton and Troop, looking like for at least the next hour, will stay rain-free. And then Dallas, that storm will clip you, and then some light rain for Nanticoke and Wilkes-Barre. So there's the overall picture. Some light to heavy rainfall going right now in the Lackawanna River basin over towards Wyoming Valley and Wilkes-Barre as well. I'm going to zoom on out to show you our picture. Heavy rain expected, and we'll continue to watch this and track it. Kurt will be on at 4 o'clock as well to show you the latest of what's going on, and these will continue to push out. Again, looking like it's going to be a soggy rest of the evening today. So it's one of those things. Hopefully you got your errands done a little bit early today. And certainly don't be venturing out, especially when you see a downpour, because certainly blinding rain is definitely going to be a thing later now into the rest of the day. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll end it there. Remember to tune in to WNEP News Watch at 4 o'clock, and we'll continue to be on with the latest updates as things continue to progress.